Hey guys, Danny Cox here. We're at round 2 of Capital Drift here at Western Speedway. Looking like a great day. We got a lot of cool drivers here, ready to have some fun. So today we're going to be covering the event and the competition and all that aspect, but we're also going to be shedding a spotlight on my man Barto. It's a really inspiring story, pretty cool, so make sure you check it out. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name's Bart Sutherland. It's my second season now at Capital Drift, and basically this is what's gotten me back to feeling like a human being. This here is a 1989 Nissan D21 pickup, affectionately known as Bill. I bought it from a buddy after the police officer who pulled him over thought that it wasn't fit for the road anymore, and so I bought it and figured why not. This is the perfect thing to bring to the track. Everyone told me I was crazy to try a truck, but I'm stubborn and got to do some things differently. So far, I've done 1-ton Cummins front leafs, flipped and put into the back. I've done Bilstein shocks, ran vertically to make room for his Jeep YJ sway bar, flipped and put in the back custom. A few other parts from a Cherokee back there. Up front, I have custom upper adjustable control arms from Blue Hands Fabrication. It allows me to dial in some caster and some camber, Bilstein shocks in the front, and a depowered power steering box. And you're left with this beautiful representation of a drift chariot. Roughly 5 years ago, I moved up to Cobble Hill from Victoria and bought my first home. Had my son in March, and on May 16th, I was commuting to Victoria and hit head-on by a 35-foot motorhome that turned left in front of me as I went through a green light coming up out of Mill Bay. I was doing roughly 80 kilometers an hour in a little lower Toyota pickup. I was ejected out of the vehicle with the seatbelt bolt ripping out of the floor, allowing me to survive essentially because the truck was crushed. The front driver's side corner marker light was touching the back of the cab, and the whole cab was pushed about 2 feet back into the box. So thankfully I was thrown from the vehicle, but was left with a shattered pelvis, a shattered arm that was put back together with a giant piece of titanium, which is still in there and is causing major issues with pulling e-brakes and such, but it's one of the few things that I really have to deal with now to be able to get through a track day. They actually told me that I probably wouldn't be able to walk in any capacity ever again, let alone drive a standard car. On top of that, I was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury. I spent the better part of 2 weeks in a coma. It was an induced coma due to the swelling, and they didn't really figure that I'd have much quality of life when I woke up. I'd had very low levels of brain activity, and so they prepped my wife for the fact that there was a good chance I wouldn't even recognize her when I woke up. And I woke up an angry man that didn't know why I was in hospital, and they managed to slowly bring me out of the coma. And yeah, I mean, from that day forward, I have done nothing but push to get back to being a person I can be proud of, and I think I'm finally there. My life prior to my accident was always around vehicles, always around things that moved with engines, and I seriously thought I'd never be able to drive over the Malahat again after my accident. I battled PTSD for the better part of 4 years, and coming here last year for my very first day, I was barely able to get myself over the Malahat to the track. And by coming here and reintroducing myself to what I'm able to do in a vehicle and instilling that confidence again and getting something back to a point where I can believe in myself and feel that I can take control of a vehicle again has been mind-blowing in my recovery. Being able to get back here has allowed me to get to a spot where I can take known risk and a space that's safe and fun to get back into motorsports. The PTSD is basically at a point where I can completely control it now, as long as I don't put myself into a situation that I know is going to trigger me. And again, it's been this group, this atmosphere here. Friends, family, Capital Drift, the volunteers, everyone involved in this scene. I can't thank all of you enough for what you've given me. It actually brings tears to my eyes because this has been such a meaningful part of my life that, yeah, it means a lot, everybody, and I thank you. I seriously thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Here we go. First run underway. Danny Cox leads Kevin Smith. Into the first corner they go. Danny with about a 2-car length advantage. Kevin Smith going to have to play catch up on the inside. Fishtailing around, fighting for grip. Danny on the outside, arcing it in. Kevin taking a shallow line. Here they come through the infield and out of the front straight. Danny Cox right up to the outside wall. Kevin Smith follows suit. Kevin taking the inside line. Danny through the outside. Final corner. Both drivers through the transition point with ease. And that's going to do it for the first run. All right, here we go for run number 2. Kevin Smith leads Danny Cox into turn number 1. Both drivers initiating out by the wall. Danny right on the door of Kevin Smith as both of them sliding out wide, arcing it in tight on entry. Kevin Smith keeping Danny Cox pinched to the inside. Danny a huge peek up the inside, letting the Nissan slide up as the Corolla leads the charge back in the infield. Kevin Smith wide line, Danny Cox shoving her up the inside. Final turn, final time of the evening. Kevin Smith and Danny Cox finished off in spectacular fashion. The judges have decided that the winner for round number 2, the 2018 season of Capital Drift is... Really? Danny Cox!
Danny!
Oh, that was sweet.
You beat Kevin. How do you feel?
Somehow I beat the undefeated champion of the world, Kevin Smith. So I'm feeling pretty good, honored, honestly. No, it was a good day. I got some new tires, a little bit of a new setup going on, so it was a bit of getting used to, but overall fun times. And it's still somehow in one piece, which means it's always a good day when that happens.
Anything else you'd like to say tonight?
No way, I'm stoked.